Now I'm here with Todd after his game against the Brazilian. Todd, say something about the game and how tight was it, or how satisfied are you with the world champions so far?
I obviously not satisfied with the game as we lost in two, but the first game was pretty good. We were a little bit behind the whole time, then we caught up. But right at the end, made a few errors and unfortunately lost to 21-19. The second game, we were right in it, and then at the middle of the game, we gave up 4 or 5 points in a row, I think, and that kind of made the difference in the game. As far as the World Championships are concerned, it's a beautiful event here. The weather has been quite nice. The lake is beautiful. The fans are amazing here in Staria Blanki, Poland, and the setup is really fantastic. They've done a fantastic job here. I'm really impressed, and every year that I've been here, it's gotten better and better and better, and that's how it should be if you're building up to a World Championships, and now they've produced a great event.
And it's first World Championships with a new partner for you. How is it to play with a new partner during a new season and a new? I think you never played at Staria Blanki before with a new partner, so you have to explain him everything, or where the press area and something is, or how? I think there are some funny moments. He's very raw. Actually, he'd actually never even been out of the United States before this year, so. He's a former baseball player. He played for 3 years in the Arizona Diamondbacks organization. Didn't make it to the top, and then really picked up beach volleyball like 3 or 4 years ago, and this was only his second year pro. So he's got a lot to learn, not only on the court, definitely lots of stuff on the court, but even off the court, he, arranging his travel. In fact, he trained all the way from Rome. So we played Rome a week and a half ago, and he took a train all the way here. And I remember I emailed him on Wednesday, and I went back home to see my family. I was like, "Hey, bud, how you doing? You still alive? Or where are you?" "Hey, man, I'm in Venice. I'm spending a couple nights here in Venice. It's really nice, and then I'm going to take the train to, I think it was Munich, and then he's going to go train to Warsaw." And I'm like, "Okay, great." So he was seeming to get along pretty well, and he'll learn the ropes. He's a pretty social guy. He's not afraid to talk to people, and that'll serve him well out here. I think it's funny, beside here in Poland, when not everyone speaks English and something. How the plan? The next thing, you play Start next week, and you play the whole world tour, or is there an AVP event too?
We will play in Stad next week, and then I think we have a weekend off. We'll play in Long Beach, which obviously that's a no-brainer for us, being a stone's throw away. And then we have another week off, and we play in Berlin. And then the AVP tour will start up, so we'll be focusing on the AVP. But there's really not very many FIVB events at that time. I think we miss Moscow, and then maybe miss a couple of open events in, I want to say, India and Uganda, I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll focus on the domestic tour, which is nice. We've been traveling a lot, so we kind of travel through July, early August, then be able to just travel in the States, which is much easier, obviously. And then maybe at the end of the year, there's Beijing and Sao Paulo, so I don't know if we'll play both of those, but probably play one of them.
At the end, who do you think make the world champion this year?
For the FIVB entire year? Right now, to be honest with you, I tend to favor the American guys, both of them. They're doing really, really well. Sean and Phil are starting to pick up their game. You can tell. Phil's getting more and more comfortable on the right side. Jake and Casey started off really well. Unfortunately for both of them, they had to play each other here in the first round of the playoffs. So one of them's going home with the 17th, and that's going to be real tough to recover from. So whoever won that match, I personally would favor. I think that Pedro, Bruno, the Latvian guys, Samilov's, I'm missing out on his name. Oh well. They'll do well, I think. After that, some of these guys have already missed a couple of tournaments, and it's tough to recover when you miss. Like Allison and Manuel, I'd normally throw them in the mix, but they missed the first 2 events and really didn't do very well in the next 2. So it's kind of like, I wouldn't, unless they win this event, they have a shot at it, but otherwise it's going to be tough. So I'd say Phil and Rosie are my first guess, Pedro Brunner second, and the Latvians third.
Phil and Rose won the game in 2 sets. Okay, so thank you, and all the best for you.
All right, thank you.